I already got picked up by ICE, and guess what? I'm just fine because I'm legal. Assuming that I'm illegal just because I'm Hispanic is a little, what do we call that? Oh yeah, race. ICE isn't deporting people because they're brown. ICE is deporting people because they're here illegally.
Before I say thanks to God, I'm gonna say ICE out.
They got to figure out the halftime show.
What?
The Super Bowl needs to figure out the halftime show.
What do you mean figure out?
Figure out, like, just deliver something that the diehard fans really want, as far as musically.
So you am I taking this as sort of a backhanded slight to Bad Bunny?
Yeah, I mean, there's bands, there's acts, there's just people that I think are more germane to the experience of the game, of that moment, of that particular game. It's the biggest game in the universe that's played.
Yeah, I agree.
And I just feel like it.
And I'm sure Mr. Bunny is wonderful. I mean, it's a reflection on me that I don't know his work as well as I can. But I'm of a different era. I was hoping the halftime show would be Eddie Rabbit.
I mean, that I'm watching.
It's an exciting time because the Super Bowl is Sunday. No one's talking about the game. It's all about halftime show. Am I right? Because it's bad. Yeah, this is how divided this country is. Unbelievable. We can't even have a halftime show we agree on. Really, because Bad Bunny's doing the real one at the Super Bowl, but then MAGA Nation's putting on their own alternative one. Kid Rock is going to perform all his greatest hits and then shoot a case of Stella Artois just because it sounds good.
Yes, B is right. This is actually how the country is divided. There is something more concerning when you take a look at this. At a Super Bowl weekend performance, Green Day's Billie Joe Armstrong tells ICE agents to quit their jobs and allude to the fact that they will be prosecuted once Trump leaves office. The NFL absolutely hates its customers. That is the simple truth here. When you look at what they are doing, I don't get the point. Someone said they should remove Jay-Z because he's actually doing the most to satisfy the love. That is what I saw on social media. Bad Bunny is actually making the situation worse. You saw at the Grammy, the guy said "Ice Out." That has actually stirred up a lot of reactions. Last few days, I put out a lot of videos about his speech at the Grammy.
There's one thing that hasn't been said, and this goes out to all the ICE agents out there, wherever you are. Quit your job. Quit that job you have. Because when this is over, and it will be over at some point in time, Christy Noel, Stephen Miller, J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, they're gonna drop you like a bad.
Bad Bunny is going to be the Super Bowl halftime show. And he, of course, got lots of snaps for ripping on, you guessed it, ICE.
Y'all telling me that Bad Bunny had on a bulletproof vest? I don't think y'all understand how insane that is. Like, first of all, I realized from his jacket that it was a little bulky. I thought he was just trying to show that he was a little muscular. I thought it was supposed to be like this little look of like Superman. And then I also realized that he was sitting by himself. I'm like, where's mama, daddy, uncle, grandpa? Nobody was there to hug this man. Where is the family? Where is the boo thing? And to know that he was sitting by himself because it was a safety reason, the best night of his life, something that people look forward to in their career in the music industry, he was living it in fear. Do y'all not understand how insane that is? How concerning that is? Because the man is singing in Spanish. This is insane. Like, I don't feel like people understand. Like, this is literally insane. He is getting dead because he's singing in Spanish. This is insane. And I'm so sad. Like, y'all already know, I will cry in a second. I am so sad because this should have been a beautiful experience for him. But he couldn't even share it with nobody. He couldn't even be there with nobody because he had to save, other people if a situation went down. And then he still stayed on that stage and said what he needed to say. Fearlessness. I give it to him because I would have been like, bump y'all. I ain't going. Y'all just catch me at the other side. These people crazy.
And the critics did not like it. You know, they thought it was cornball. They like Bad Bunny. It's kind of a corny name. I mean, I don't have anything against the guy, but it is a funny name.
I don't know why Libras always like to lie, saying because he's singing in Spanish, that's the reason he has to protect himself. For what reason? You know, they always create this kind of narrative to always push an agenda. I understand exactly what they're doing. This lady reacting to this video is struggling to say something. At the same time, she's not saying it.
Really quick, leaving the White House briefing room where we just learned President Trump is going to spend the next couple days waiting by the phone for anybody in Arizona, whether it's the local officials, the FBI that are out there, to call him asking for help, resources that might locate Nancy Guthrie. President Trump, we are told, will say yes to any requests. We also know he's going to spend some time in Florida this weekend, Super Bowl Sunday. They're not telling us which team he is going to root for, but they are telling us which halftime show he will watch, and it's not the one with Bad Bunny. We're going to wrap as much of this into the Sunday briefing, 11 o'clock on Sunday morning, as we can. We'll see you there.
You know, sometimes when I watch these people, I'm always speechless because they always struggle to create a different narrative. I saw this video where Bad Bunny had to wear this proof, you know, because he's so scared, he's receiving threat. I don't know who is actually even threatening him. For what reason? If they decide to bring in a lot of people who simply boycott, ask yourself this question: why are these people training? Simply because they hate ICE. ICE is there to protect you from bad people. Bad Bunny has money, he can buy this security, but the many people on the street don't have. If law enforcement is not there to protect these people who don't have money to hire security, you know, at some point, I don't know if people even reason. Look at him here, he's protecting himself, but they don't care about the people who don't have.
First off, back to what you started with, which is, you know, these pronouncements from celebrities who, most of them, have not taken the time to even understand the first degree subtlety to these issues, let alone second and third degree subtlety, is why the Democratic Party has some of the problems it has, because they latch themselves to these folks.
All right, y'all, I just heard one of the dumbest comments I've heard in a while. And big surprise, it's from a pop star at the Grammys. She's standing in front of a bunch of people, a bunch of rich Hollywood elites, and Billie Eilish says F ICE. And she says the comment like she's brave. I have a feeling she got her education from the same Minnesota Learning Center that Don Lemon got his journalism degree from.
I don't know about you, but I am so sick and tired of celebrities constantly preaching their politics. Like, nobody cares what you think.
They did not hear me at the Grammys because Billie Eilish, it's a big controversy this week. She said there's no illegals on stolen land. And then don't say anything because you don't know things, so you didn't go to school.
Yesterday, we discussed some of the antics at the absurd Grammys on Sunday night.
Who doesn't want to enforce the left? Who likes to try to lead people to believe that the United States is a horrible, evil, bad nation? The left.
He's right. At some point, you can't deny what he just said on this video, because over time, it has shown that these people just want to look good. They don't care about that. That is just the simple truth. They want to portray to the world, oh, we are the good people. But meanwhile, they don't actually do it. That is just my observations. And agreeing with what he said on this video, Libras get me offended every single day. I want to appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. Please never stop supporting me. As of the short clip you see at the end, that is for the YT algorithm, for people who usually they don't recommend videos on this channel. So we do everything possible just to get that.
Yeah, and I'm on it. You were releasing it. Why did you not redact?
Might be the most depressed person in America. I mean,
I'm going to say ICE out.
Gervais once told the award show crowd, Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about people.
A person's home, it's very easy to understand.
When I look at that video, I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
The Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
Yes. Of course, this is for the mother.
Babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me.
Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock about that.
Maduro.
Let your hatred and sit this one out.
Well, these guys.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the.
Well,
I want to see them get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
So you and your husband were friends.
Everybody knew that wasn't true.
A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one interview, she said,
We should have said nothing. The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.
There is a quota system.
This is my 6th and last year hosting the Grammys. Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish.
And we are a community here today that what we're doing. And we're only going to be able to get any shit done.
Evan O'Leary, I heard you told Billie Eilish to shut up and just entertain.